Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. Tonight we're back with the Gulf Coast IndyCar Series. We're about to go qualifying to see Joe Hutchings quickest on the board here at Watkins, Glen. In a minute and 27 seconds. His lap time. Dalton Frederick second. Jesse Vaughn rounds out your top three. We'll have a 15-minute qualifying session. Jake May, first one out on the track. Robert Henson out there up to the yeses. Everybody getting up to speed. As you can tell by our track map, this track a little different than what we see in the NASCAR series. We still run through the bus stop. But then we go over to the boot section, which Robert Henson here is about to take us through. And this is the boot section of Watkins Glen. Then a hard left here, and you're back onto the track that I'm more familiar with, the NASCAR version, but IMSA and IndyCar run this boot version. Minute 27 seconds, the fastest lap we saw in practice. The 10 of Jake May already on his qualifying lap into the bus stop. Hitting those rumble strips hard, trying to make his lap as straight as possible. This corner coming up this hill, very easy to spin out right there. We saw a lot of crashes in practice, so that's something that we're going to have to look out for in the race. Kind of maybe a race of survival here tonight. Jake May going to be the first one to put a lap down. A 1:28.35. That's a good lap for the number 10 of Jake May. We saw Hutchings running some scorchers. Sideways into the boot. Cody Bullock back with us tonight in that number 11. Second quick for Cody Bullock. The 00 of Dalton Fredericks has been winning races left and right here in the second half of the season, and he's reeling in Scott Ramler, who's not going to be able to make it tonight. That's another corner where the car gets real light and it's easy for a spin right there. Frederick second quick, 1:29.44. Ryan Crowfoot in the 12. Hutching runs a 1:31.67. That puts him fifth quick for the time being. Now up to fourth with a 1:29.95. Andrew Mraz back with us tonight in that number 13. Always solid every time Andrew Mraz comes out to play. Always a top contender. And a couple of cars, the 11 and the 8, I believe, sitting sideways. As Mraz goes by to start his time. Hard to hold that wheel when you bounce over the rumble strip, but you got to make it as straight as you can through there to get as much speed. Very difficult track, very technical. Oh, it gets light right there. Coming up the hill on a right-hand turn, the car gets light, and when you go to hit the gas, all the weight's more towards the nose. Lights that rear tire up, so you have to be extra careful on the throttle through that corner, and right here as well, like I said earlier. And now to put Mraz into the wall. Simon Grills, Cody Bullock out here racing together on this qualifying session. Looks like Grills will get a little bit better run to the line there. Six minutes left in this qualifying session. Only 6 drivers have recorded a time. 11 drivers out there trying to make their times. Simon Grills got a decent lap going right now. He's pulled away from Cody Bullock behind him. Down to the final 5 minutes of qualifying. That time by a second quick for Simon Grills, 128.89. Simon Grills may be up here in the top 2. Start this race. Oh, the 11 catches up to him. Those two buddies having a good time out there, but Dalton Fredericks trying to better his lap time. Frederick's gonna pit right here. Maybe he'll change his tires to the reds, a little faster, more grippy tire. Bullock and Simon Grills wrecking right in front of Joe Hutchings. That's gonna be distracting.
I don't know what that was all about, but
Oop, we still got that going
kind
on.
of relax, guys.
Have to make sure we turn that off. Curtis Klinger in the 52 right now, 6th quick on the qualifying board, trying to improve that time. 1:33.38 that time for Klinger. Ryan Crowfoot up to 6th quick. As Hutchings trying to get a lap in here. We'll have enough time to attempt one more. And Fredericks does have the red tires on. Softer compound. Jake May, top of the board. Now it was Andrew Mraz that jumped to 3rd. Incredible time for Andrew. No surprise there. So Dalton Fredericks out to attempt his last lap here. Right down on those rumble strips. Fredericks on a great pace right now. Let's see what kind of a lap time Fredericks is going to get here. Down through turn 10 and now into turn 11 and back down the front stretch. A good run through turn 11. Fredericks top of the board, 127.75. And that did it. New pole sitter right there on the last lap. So of our 11 eligible drivers, 8 were able to make a lap time. Hutchings now on his last attempt. Mraz that time not enough. And now we'll wait for Hutchings to finish his lap. Looking smooth. Hutchings second quick with a 128.23, almost. Last lap gets Fredericks the pole, and Hutchings second. May will drop down to third. Simon Grills in fourth. Andrew Mraz will round out the top 5 in the starting grid tonight. We got a couple cars still logged into this qualifying session. When they disconnect, we'll move on to the race. This race will be timed 1 hour in length. From your pole position, set the fast lap on his last attempt. Clutch, Dalton Fredericks in the 00. Starting outside pole, Joe Hutchings, a fast lap on his last lap as well in the number 31. He'll roll off second spot. Starting third tonight, Jake May in the number 10. Rolling off in fourth, Simon Grills in the number 8. Very fast race car, Andrew Mraz in the number 13. He'll start in the 5th position. Cody Bullock, he's going to start 6th spot in that number 11. Ryan Crowfoot will start in 7th in the number 12. And in 8th spot, Robert Henson. And Curtis Klinger in the number 52. And they will round out the field. The last two decided not to race tonight. So 9 competitors here. Dalton Fredericks, he will be the one to lead us down as we take a look at tonight's race info. This track, 3.36 miles with the boot layout. 70 degrees outside, 101 degree track temp. So that's a good temperature for these tires to have enough grip. We're going to see some fast laps throughout tonight's race. And this is a long lap, 1.5 minutes per lap. 1 hour to run as many laps as you can, and the first one across the line after the clock strikes 0 will win tonight's race. Few more turns, we're gonna let these rockets fly. Pace car about to pull in. Dalton Fredericks going to lead us down to the start finish line. Last time Rambler was not at a road course, it was a thrilling race between Hutchings and Fredericks. It came down to pit strategy, and Fredericks came out on top. Will that same thing happen here tonight? Pace car pulls in. We wait for the green flag, and it's out. Green flag, and we're racing at the Glen. Hutchings didn't go. An issue for Joe Hutchings. And now he finds himself back in traffic. He's going to have to drive through the field. Started outside pole. Now he's back and forth. Already got the nose back to the inside of Mraz. He'll get around into the bus stop. Let's see if we can figure out what happened there on the start. Oh, and 2 cars destroyed from that. Simon Grill's one of them. Looks like he may be able to continue, but the 11 front wing damage for him, so we'll have to see. Will those drivers be able to continue on? Simon Grills is still out there running, and it looks like the front wing is still there for Cody Bullock, so he will continue as well. Hutchings now back to third. Jake May will take over the second position. We've seen him be fast in so many road courses. He is right there on Fredericks. Top three so close on top of each other. And Mraz right there as well, top four with within 1.2 seconds. We're just waiting for one of them to make a mistake. The second group, Ryan Crowfoot leads it. As he gets into the outside wall, Simon Grill's going to be able to get around. Cody Bullock now looking. Simon Grill's back up to the fifth spot after losing some positions on that initial start. Crowfoot may have an issue. Cody Bullock trying to find his way around, not going to be able to do it there. The battle for the lead, Jake May looking to put a nose side by side as they head into the bus stop. Oh! Jake May touches the grass. He'll have to stop. He's got a cone launched into the front of the car. And way iRacing works, he has to give the time back. As the 11 sits sideways. We'll take a quick look and see what happened there. Looks like he went too fast through the bus stop, trying to pass. And that car is damaged as we've got one off onto the side. That's Ryan Crowfoot. He tows. So Hutchings now with some clear racetrack between him and Fredericks. Simon Grills comes down the pit lane. We saw Jake May tag the grass a little bit. It's now 4 cars up front, 2 other cars, Klinger and Henson still on track, but they are 22 seconds behind. The rest of the field is on pit lane right now. There's no telling who's going to win between these top 4 as they are all fast. As we watch Jake May try and reel this group back in. He doesn't want to push too hard and burn those tires up. But he can go faster if he can get back into the slipstream of Andrew Mraz right in front of him. Hutchings trying his best to reel in Dalton Fredericks. Jake May is catching tenths per corner. Jake May right now, that last lap was the fastest car on track. I think he's on pace to be the fastest car this lap too. May seems to be quicker the first half of the lap. But he did gain some of those last couple of corners. This time by Jake May about 5/10 quicker than the field. As he continues to reel in the top three. Dalton Fredericks out front. Joe Hutchings right behind him. Andrew Mraz and Jake May all hot on his tail for the lead. You see Fredericks able to straighten these curves and get a little bit better run off than anybody else around. This battle for second, third, and fourth is heating up as Fredericks starting to put a little distance out front. Jake May sends it in. Let's take another look at that. Down into the corner. Oh, Mraz gets sideways and May locks it up. Somehow they don't touch. Two incredible saves right there. That'll cost them both some time. May gets around one. You see him fishtailing a little bit. Is he pushing too hard to catch back up? Those last 3 or 4 corners, Fredericks really gapped May there. Hutchings trying to hold pace. Robert Henson around. He'll have to tow. That'll drop him back to 8th position. Bullock is out there still on the lead lap. After he had to fix his race car. Grills back up to the top 5 as he passes Klinger there, who's having an issue. Frederick still out front. Hutchings within a second. That time by Jake May, quickest again, but only by a tenth that time. Seems like Jake in the first quarter of the lap is much quicker. Then somewhere around through here, he seems to start losing time through the carousel into the boot. Then back out those last couple of turns, he gains all that time back that he loses. Jake reeling the top two back in again as Mraz with an issue. See what happened to Mraz here. Just loses it off that corner, and it's so easy to do. Does not hit the wall, but has to back up. Oh, and that will most likely end his chances at winning, as he was probably trying to push too hard to try and gain some time back. Those two corners, as we went over at practice, are two very troubling corners as the car gets upset. The weight shifts weird, and when you go back to throttle up, it sends you right around and a hard hit to the inside wall. Not far from the pit lane, so he'll be able to get back out there and try and salvage something. But that leaves three. Dalton Fredericks 1 second right now over Joe Hutchings. And Jake May, who for 3 laps consecutive has been the fastest car on the racetrack. This lap he looks to be a little bit slower. Getting sideways through there, you can tell he's pushing. But it doesn't take much to lose these cars, as we saw from Andrew Mraz. Just getting one tire off into the grass will send you sideways, which Jake May did that earlier, and that's why he's in the 3rd position, as he touched the grass into the bus stop, trying to get around Fredericks for the lead. And that lap, he was about a 1/10 slower than Fredericks and 4/10 slower than Hutchings, who is trying his best to reel in Fredericks again. He's now within a half a second for the first time in several laps here. Frederick so smooth through the carousel and into the boot. Oh, as May gets sideways, and he'll lose a little bit of time. Not a day-ending injury there, but loses 3 or 4 tenths. We'll have to see when these drivers choose to make their pit stop. Can they make it on one stop? Hutchings 0.8 of a second behind Fredericks. Doing all he can. And Fredericks not really pushing. We see some of these other drivers, they're trying to catch him, making some mistakes because they're pushing so hard, but Dalton Fredericks just running smooth laps, hitting his marks. And Hutchings doing the same. The fastest car on the track most of the day has been Jake May, but just a couple of minor little mistakes has got him almost 3 seconds behind at this point. Just pushing a little bit too hard. $20 minutes in, Hutchings 1 second behind Dalton Fredericks for the lead. Jake May still within striking distance of 2.8 seconds out. And then all the way back and forth is Simon Grills, as Jake May hits the pit lane. And he'll be the first driver to do so. Simon Grills is in fourth. And he's into the booth section right now, 55 seconds out. Cody Bullock right now in fifth. Not too far behind Simon Grills. And then Andrew Mraz, who's a lap down right now, had a couple of incidents early. But Andrew fast enough to maybe gain some position still. He could catch Bullock and Grills and still end up in fourth spot. The Jake May back out on track, but sideways. Oh, almost saved it, and Jake May now puts it into the wall with those cold tires, and he will tow, and that will end his chances at a win. Let's go back and take a look at what happened there, just as we got in to see what happened. Almost saved it, thought he did just too much, and sends that car into the outside wall. And Jake May out of the race as he's logged completely out. Dalton Fredericks in, Joe Hutchings in right behind him. So these two on the same strategy. saw Jake May pit. I think they decided to both pit here, but didn't realize that Jake May had crashed on the backstretch. Quick stop for Dalton Fredericks. He's down and away and already out to a 3-second lead. And a lot of time gained there on the pit stop. 4 seconds now for Fredericks over Hutchings. Now Hutchings has a long way to go to try and catch up. And an incident from Robert Henson. Oh, a hard hit to the inside wall. At this point, Dalton just needs to be mistake-free. So through that last lap, including the pit stop, Dalton Fredericks 1.3 seconds quicker through all that than Joe Hutchings. So Hutchings now will have to push if he wants his chance at a win. Simon Grill's in third, 24 seconds out. Curtis Klinger stopped on the racetrack. Leader coming by right behind him. And here comes second place. And Klinger able to drive away. Too much throttle after he'd already saved it, but a good effort there for Curtis Klinger. Fredericks has gained almost another full second. Once Dalton gets over onto these medium tires, that's where he feels the most comfortable. Fredericks just running away with it now as we are almost halfway. That time by Dalton with a 1:29.38 and Hutchings with a 1:30.24, so almost a full second quicker for Fredericks. 6 seconds now, the lead for Fredericks. To go back through the field, Joe Hutchings in second place. That's the distance right now for the lead, 6 seconds. And that's going to be a big gap for Joe Hutchings trying to reel in Dalton Fredericks. Fredericks, who's been so strong all season. Simon Grills in third. He's 27 seconds off the lead. And not far behind him, Cody Bullock. And rounding out the top five, Andrew Mraz in fifth position. All the cars that are still running are on the lead lap. Curtis Klinger in the pit lane. He's several laps down. Everyone else out of the race right now. Fredericks just cannot make any mistakes. But he has gained another second, now 7 seconds over Hutchings. Fredericks going to run away with this one. This will be the last lap for the first half of the race here as we're approaching 30 minutes. And Fredericks sitting some blistering laps. I think Hutchings really just trying to save some tire right now. Simon Grills back down the pit lane from the third position. And a set of tire and fuel for Grills as Mraz goes by, puts him back into the third position now. A full minute off the lead. Bullock down the pit lane to get his service. Actually, he's got some damage to the right front. And he'll get that repaired. If he doesn't look like he's got a fast repair, so he'll have to sit there and wait for that to get repaired. As Fredericks goes by to put him a lap down. Fredericks now not even in the same zip code with Hutchings. But these two, the only two even within competition here. This time around, we're going to take this lap We're gonna ride with Dalton Fredericks and see just how he gets around Watkins Glen all the way down almost to the 100 sign, down into turn 1, down to second gear, up through the S's. Already into that top 6th gear. Gets all the way down to the 200 before he lets off. Makes that bus stop as straight as he can into the carousel. Tied against the rumble strip, back to the outside. Down into second gear again. You want to float it back out to the right. This is another slow corner here, and this is one you've got to be extra careful. Feel that slow roll back into the throttle. That's the key to a fast lap. All the way down to first gear, tight right against the rumble strip. Second gear against the rumble strip again, just taking it easy. Roll back into the throttle. And back across the line. That lap for Fredericks, 1:30.31. We're going to take a minute to throttle up the volume. Simon Grill's trying to run down Andrew Mraz to get into that top 3. Grill's slinging it into the bus stop. Fredericks out to an almost 12-second lead. As he continues to stretch it over Hutchings. The fastest car on the lap for several laps in a row now has been Andrew Mraz. By a second that last time by, but Mraz almost a full minute off the lead. And he's just trying to stay ahead of Simon Grills. 4 cars still running with 23 minutes to go. Everyone else out. Bullock on the pit lane. Dalton Fredericks, your leader by 11 seconds right now. Over Joe Hutchings in the number 31. And Hutchings was extremely competitive on the softer compound tires, but once we got to the mediums, Fredericks just set sail. These two came out of the pit lane 3 seconds apart, and Fredericks has really gapped Hutchings here over the laps that have followed. And then in third, it is Andrew Mraz, fastest car on the racetrack. He does have those soft tires. Hutchings now 17 seconds behind. Not sure what happened there, but Hutchings had some sort of an issue. Not exactly sure what it would have been. But Hutchings now 17 seconds back. Frederick's looking for maximum points here tonight. Mraz now into the pit lane. As Andrew comes down to get service on his machine, Simon Grill drives by. Up into the air, the 00. Dalton Fredericks coming down the front stretch. Will the 13 get out in the lead lap? Here comes Fredericks. Mraz able to get out in front of him, so Mraz will stay on the lead lap. Trying his best to not help Fredericks. Mraz with the fresher tires and the softer compound should pull away from Fredericks here. Guess now the question is, in 20 minutes, can he reel in Grills? It's a certain possibility as Grills will pit. And just one lap short pit, I think, is going to put the 13 well ahead of Simon Grills. And he's pulling away from Fredericks as well. And Mraz gets a lot of time over Grills. Will Fredericks and Hutchings have to make one final stop? Frederick's can afford to stay out as long as he wants to. If they have to make a pit stop, Hutchings needs to come in and get the softer compound first. It's going to be difficult to make up a 20-second gap, but he could make up some there. Raz just ran his fastest lap of the race with a 1:28.57, and that is the fastest lap of the race that anyone has run. So disappointing for Andrew Mraz. He was involved in a wreck early, trying to catch up after he had made a slight mistake, and then that big mistake put him way back here, almost a lap down. And it's unfortunate knowing just how fast his car has been here in the second half of this race. There comes Dalton. I mean, running good lap times, a 1:29.49. He's been out there for 25 minutes on this set of tires, so he is running fast laps even on older tires. This is the type of race that you really miss a guy like Scott Ramler. Could have come in and made this a lot more interesting for Dalton Fredericks. As Hutchings now in the pit lane. And now he'll have those softer tires. And he'll have at least a 1 lap advantage. Hutchings back out on the track, 1 minute and 2 seconds off the lead here from Dalton Fredericks. Fredericks heading into the pit lane this lap. He will get down to pit road speed. Hutchings just now into the boot section. Fredericks will stay on the medium tires. Fredericks already back out, ways ahead of Joe Hutchings. And through that whole exchange, he gained another 10 seconds on Hutchings. Looks like maybe didn't change tires, fuel only for the 00. Down to the final few laps here. 12 minutes remaining on the clock. That'll be about 5 or 6 more laps. The thing is, Frederick's still on those older tires. He is keeping pace and actually pulling away from Hutchings on the softer compound. Frederick's really found his groove here. And Andrew Mraz, maybe another issues. He gets sideways. Simon Grill's trying to reel him in for that podium position. Oh, in the grass again. Let's see what happened to Andrew Mraz. Right there, that corner, it gets so... car gets very light, but he was already in reverse by the time he stopped. Now the race is on for the podium position. Can Simon Grills reel him in? We know Mraz just slid those tires a long distance. But at the same time, Mraz has been the fastest car on the track for most of this race. One more mistake, though, from Mraz, and Grills will be around. Mraz starting to pull away from Grills a little bit. Final 10 minutes, Dalton Fredericks back across the start-finish line. 32 seconds the difference between him and second place. No pressure. Would be an understatement. Andrew Mraz and Simon Grill still close on the racetrack. 3 seconds the difference. Mraz just so smooth through a lot of this racetrack, and that's where he's gaining a lot of time. See Grills, a couple of those corners really slinging it in there. Still a fast-paced race car, but Mraz just able to really get a drive out of a lot of these corners. Oh, and it's big crash, I think. Let's see what happened. 13. No, this may have been earlier. Yeah, this is the earlier crash. Grill shot way off the racetrack, trying to make time up. Andrew Mraz still in third place. Simon Grill's in fourth. Joe Hutchings in second, 35 seconds off the lead, about a half a lap down. Just a few laps left for Dalton Fredrickson's 00. He's put on a clinic today, especially on the long run. He really favors the harder compound tire. No holding back, even in these last few laps. And a 37-second lead has got Fredericks way out front, but no holding back. He's still pushing for every lap. We'll see just how much time is going to be left, but there should be about 2 or 3 laps remaining here. Should be 3 to go. Dalton Fredericks out front. Joe Hutchings, he's had a good showing here tonight. I know the scoreboard has got him 37 seconds out, but he's really been the only other car who hasn't had a major issue. So a good solid day for Joe Hutchings Andrew Mraz, fastest car for a lot of this race. But he'll sit in the third position, about 5 seconds now ahead of Simon Grills, just outside of the podium positions. And fifth place, Cody Bullock, still there on the pit lane trying to get his car repaired, get another lap in. Two to go now. 1 minute, 50 seconds. The 1 minute, 30-second lap. He'll cross the line just in time to get one more lap. Fredericks wants to build this gap just as high as he can. Wants a big margin of victory, looking for a 40-second gap. Nobody has hit their marks better than Dalton Fredericks, lap after lap after lap. Over the course of an entire hour, Fredericks virtually mistake-free tonight. And when you can come in here and have a mistake-free night, you're likely going to have a chance to win. 30 seconds remain. Fredericks off the last turn. He'll take the white flag lap. Back down into the boot section one final time for Dalton Fredericks. Mraz was able to hold off Simon Grills, only a couple of turns left. Actually, they'll have one more lap, but 7 seconds the difference between Mraz and Grills. For the final time off turn 11, Dalton Fredericks down the front stretch, zigzagging his way to victory. Dalton Fredericks has come on so strong in the second half of this season. We'll have next week off, but the week after we'll head to the championship at Chicagoland Speedway. And it'll be down to Dalton Fredericks and Scott Ramler for the championship. Joe Hutchings with a solid day, going to be about 42 seconds out. But he will come home second. Mraz will end up in third position, and Simon Grills will come around to end up in fourth. The only four cars still running. Frederick's coming around to do his burnouts, and he deserves it. Dalton Fredericks burning it down here on the front stretch. We'll see if we can get a word from some of our top finishers here tonight. Andrew Mraz comes home in third place. We'll see if we can get a word with Andrew. Hey, Andrew, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
I certainly do. How are you doing?
Hey, doing good. A great run. You were fastest car out there for a long time in the middle of this race. What happened to you there at the beginning that got you so far behind?
I don't know. I was almost riding up Joe's butt a little bit, and I should have backed off and let him go. And I pretty much, overheated my front tires, and then I got a little trigger happy with the throttle and coming off of the boot there, and yeah, got wrecked. And as I was coming in pit road, I didn't realize that it was the yellow cone that I needed to slow down for. So I got speeding penalty on top of wrecking off of the boot. And yeah, I was just clawing my way back and trying to get back up front.
Yeah, we did a great job. Fast laps, especially there in the middle. Just what more did you need besides maybe not that crash to maybe get up there with Joe? I know he was like 30 seconds ahead of you.
Maybe a big wreck and bring out a caution or something, or have Joe and Dalton make a mistake, but they ran a pretty mistake-free race other than Joe having a mechanical issue with his throttle pedal. So other than that, good race, good run for everyone here, and looking forward to Chicago.
Yeah, Chicagoland in a couple of weeks. Got next week off. But every time you show up, you are competitive, a top 3 car for sure. What are your chances at Chicagoland?
If it's anything like Iowa, pretty good. Just need to execute better and just keep moving forward and keep making progress. This is like my 3rd IndyCar race ever in my career, so I love road racing. I've always loved GT3s and everything, so I took that knowledge and put it into this IndyCar, and it paid off pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. You look bad fast, and nobody could have guessed that it was your 3rd time. You got anybody like to thank after this one, Andrew?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Joe for putting on this amazingly Golf Coast Designs, Revline for being a team, Sim Coaches for actually just signing up to be a sponsor for Revline. So kudos to them, and looking forward to an amazing season with them next year and keep moving forward.
All right, sounds good. You have a good week, and I'll get off week, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at Chicagoland.
Thank you. See you.
And that was Andrew Mraz, 3rd place finisher. Let's get a word from Joe Hutchings, our runner-up. Hey, Joe, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Hi, Dakota.
Hey, man,
It's been a while.
It's been a little while, but you're back here in the top 2, and a great run. Kept the car pretty clean. I didn't really see you have any major wrecks, but Dalton just real fast on the long run. What more did you need?
A working throttle.
You have some pedal
My
issues?
throttle on the start. Yeah, my throttle pedal decided to puke out on me when I went to go on the start, and I had to revert to the hand throttle that I have set up on my wheel for my daughter. So I raced more than half of that race on the hand throttle. I was not happy.
Well, that was pretty impressive there. The first part of the race, until the first pit stop, you were right there with Dalton. It was kind of after that he started to pull away. So if you were doing, I couldn't imagine doing a hand throttle.
My hand is cramping up bad right now, man. It's, but I made it through. I'll take a P2 with all the BS that went on in this race.
Yeah, a great run, a clean race, but we got an off week and then we head to Chicagoland. What do you think your chances are back on the oval?
I'm hoping to do really well, and I'm hoping that we have a really, really good championship battle. I I don't know if those other boys are going to run conservatively because now Dalton just took over the points lead by 5 points, and I pretty much locked up third. So I'm either gonna go for it all or just ride back and watch the fun. So who knows? Chicagoland's going to be really fun. So if there's anybody out there watching the stream and you guys want to get in on the fun, give me a holler.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the last race of the season, so you might as well go for it, Joe.
I'd like to get another W before the end of the season, but who knows?
Sounds good. You got anybody I'd like to thank after this one?
I have a list of people, Dakota. We're going to start off with Revline Racing. The entire team. This was a team effort, obviously. We just picked up a new sponsor, or a new supporter, Sim Coaches. They make pedal boxes. I'm gonna more than likely gonna be ordering a set here as soon as I get back from vacation. And my daughter's here, giving me a hug because she's going good night. Um, I got nerds doing nerds things. Go check out their podcast if you haven't already. They do a lot of stuff with pretty much anything nerd related. I absolutely love that podcast. It's definitely in my top three of podcasts to listen to. We also got my design studio, Golf Designs. You need a paint scheme? Give me a holler. I'm taking orders through this Friday. After that, I'm not going to be taking orders until I get back from Arizona in August. So if you want it, get it in. We'll get you taken care of, get you painted up nice. And then let's see who else I got on here. Oh, one of our other sponsors, Faith Treasures out of Dothan, Alabama. If you're looking for any attire for pretty much for your daughters or whatever, Chrissy out there, she'll sit there and sell the online, so you don't necessarily have to walk in the store. But any of my local friends that eventually watch this stream in the next couple of days, go check out Chrissy's store, Face Treasures out of Dothan. And Dakota, I gotta thank you, man. You've been a season-long, freaking amazing broadcaster. Thank you very much. And Gary, and wait, we got one more. All right, this is gonna be great. Yours is gonna be epic. All right, we have to thank Ramler. All right,
Oh, yeah.
Ramler is currently moving and could not make this race. All right, I'm gutted that he wasn't here. All right, but I have to thank him because I got a podium out of it. So thanks, Ramler.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate the kind words. Great job tonight, especially through adversity to come home second. And hopefully we'll be talking to you with a win at Chicagoland.
Let's hope so.
And that was Joe Hutchings, our second place finisher. Now on to Dalton Fredericks, our winner. Still parked out there on the front stretch. See if we can get a good look at his car. There we go. Hey, Dalton, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, another week, another fantastic race from Dalton here. Man, there then in the second half of that race, you really took off. What was it there in the second half? Did you just find your rhythm? Because you were nailing, even some on older tires, was really nailing some fast laps.
Yeah, I was luckily able to find the groove right off from the get-go. And I think after the first round of pit stops, I saw how much of a gap I had. It kind of eased me because I was kind of worried at the beginning, like, okay, I'm gonna have pressure from Joe, May, Raz, all these different guys. But yeah, after I got out to the open, I was just smooth sailing, just trying to avoid mistakes and just have a clean race so we can uh, have a good finish at the end.
What were your thoughts there? The first pit stint, the whole first like 20 minutes there was 3 cars that were really competitive. Did you think that you were going to be able to get out in front like you did, or did you think it was going to be competitive like that the whole race?
I think I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive than that, but I believe it was Jacob May went to my outside or to my left side, going down the backstretch, coming to the butt stop, and I took the preferred line on the right side to defend it, and I wasn't just going to give up the spot. I was going to fight for it because track position is really important at this track. But yeah, other than that, that was probably the closest I had to someone passing me. But other than that, it's pretty much smooth sailing.
Yeah, we just heard that you're 5 points into the point lead now. Been the whole season. You finally caught Rambler and got ahead of him a little bit. We've got one more race at Chicagoland Speedway. What do you think your chances are of holding that 5-point lead and coming away with a championship?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun race. I'm excited for it. I think Rambler and I will race each other respectfully and clean, and I think we'll be able to put on a good show for the crowd to watch. But it's kind of unfortunate that I had gotten the points over Rambler the way I did, because he wasn't able to make it this week, and it's kind of unfortunate. I'd rather race him for it, but it is what it is, and at least now it'll make a really good showing for or actually not next week, but in 2 weeks for Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to it. You got anybody you'd like to thank after this one, Dalton?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Joe Hutchings for the awesome paint scheme. That paint scheme's actually, uh, it's based off of a paint scheme that I won against Joseph Newgarden. I beat his lap time in a time trial event, and I got one of his paints, and that paint is based off of it. But uh, I really want to thank Joe for that, and it's an awesome paint scheme. I can't wait to run it at Chicago. I'd like to thank you for broadcasting our races. It's been fun to watch them after all the races and kind of learn like where our mistakes have been, where I need to fix whatnot. But I'd also like to thank Nerds Doing Nerd Things for sponsoring the car, and I'd like to thank hold on, give me a second. Sim Coaches, there we go. I'd like to thank Sim Coaches for sponsoring us as well. They're really cool. Gotta go check them out. They just released a new pedal set. So again, really fun race. Looking forward to the next race at Chicago, and hopefully we can come out on top.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. And hopefully we'll be talking to you at least in top 3 finish, and hopefully for that championship at Chicago and Dalton. Good luck.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too. And that was Dalton Fredericks, our winner. As we head into an off week, we'll still be here on Sunday mornings with the church service at the Gathering Place in Abingdon, Virginia, if you ever want to come live and see that. But yeah, we'll still be here on Sundays, week off, and then we'll be here for the championship of Chicagoland Speedway. Going to be down to Dalton Fredericks and Scott Rambler. It's going to be a tight finish. I know these two have been top 2 all season. I know Scott Rambler missed tonight, but Dalton Fredericks has been all over him all season long and has gotten faster and faster and faster as the year has gone on. So expect Dalton to really give Rambler a fighting shot at this thing. So Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll leave you with a word from our sponsors.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support.